Emergency workers rescue 5 persons from rubble at a scene of building collapse in Lagos State. Presidency refutes reports alleging that Vice President Kashim Shettima was denied access to presidential villa. And JAMB announces Thursday, April 24th as commencement date for 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculations Examination. Hello and welcome to the news desk at 6 on NTN News 24. We are reaching you live from Abuja. I am Chinenye Nwoye. We begin from Lagos State, where 5 persons have been rescued from the rubble of a 2-story building that collapsed at Ojodu Bega. Efforts are still ongoing to rescue other trapped victims. We hope to bring you details of this report in the course of this bulletin. The presidency has reacted to a report alleging that the Vice President Kashim Shettima has been denied entry to presidential villa. In a statement by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Communications, Office of the Vice President, Stanley Nkwocha, describes the report as false, saying nothing of such happened. The recent publication by some obscure blogs alleging that armed military units have barricaded the Vice President from accessing the presidential villa is not only the wildest expression of wishful thinking, but a clear indication that the purveyors of these tales have exhausted both ink and imagination. The statement said the Vice President remains focused on his duties and on supporting the President in achieving the aspirations of Nigerians. The federal government says it is stepping up efforts to close critical gaps in healthcare infrastructure across the country. Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Dr. Isiaq Adekunle Salako, was speaking during a working visit to the Federal Medical Center, Owo, where he commissioned a series of newly completed projects aimed at boosting healthcare service delivery. Abdul Karim Ahmed reports.
The Federal Medical Center, FMC Owo, Ondo State, has taken significant steps forward in its mission to provide world-class healthcare services with the commissioning of newly completed and upgraded facilities. These include a state-of-the-art accident and emergency complex, an enhanced dental center, an upgraded psychiatry ward, and a modern oxygen plant. Commissioning the project, the Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Dr. Isiaq Adekunle Salako, lauded the hospital management for their dedication and quality of work.
I expect that the space, the infrastructural possibilities that are there will be optimally utilized to deliver better care to our Nigerians, especially people from Ondo State and our environment.
The Medical Director, FMC Owo, Dr. Ahmed Liasu, highlighted the essence of equipping the hospital in line with global best practices, noting that with improved facilities, residents of Ondo State and environs will have less need to seek medical care abroad.
Our own effort is to make sure that we have facilities that the Nigerian people can make use of, so that we all know that government is really doing a lot.
The minister and his team were later led on a guided tour of the hospital facilities by the CMD and members of the hospital management. Established in 1993 as one of the 5 pioneer federal medical centers in Nigeria, FMCO expanded from being a modest 153-bed facility to a 450-bed hospital in 2024, reflecting its continuous growth and commitment to healthcare excellence. In Akure, Abdul Karim Ahmed, NTA News.
It's in strengthening its primary healthcare system, focusing on sustainable financing and bolstering the health workforce to ensure equitable access and improved health outcomes for all residents. This is the resolve of stakeholders, including development partners, at a policy dialogue on community health put together by Nigeria Health Watch in Kaduna. Haruna Mohammed reports.
Healthcare professionals and financial experts, including the World Health Organization, converged under the auspices of Health Watch Nigeria. On the table is advancing sustainable financing and workforce capacity for equitable primary healthcare delivery for improved outcome in Kaduna. With a teeming population of more than 10 million people, Kaduna is one among few states who have reached the 15% budget allocation in the health sector. During 2 panel sittings, panelists explored strategies for addressing workforce challenges in primary healthcare and advancing sustainable financing for equitable healthcare delivery across the state and the nation at large. The Commissioner for Health, Kaduna State Representative, opined the shift in the policy of the state government with the recent approval for the recruitment of more than 1,000 healthcare personnel in the state, especially for hard-to-reach areas.
The idea is to review upwards the rural allowance that will be given to healthcare workers that are posted to these rural communities to ensure that it compensates them. Secondly, the recent upscaled standardized model for upgrading primary healthcare facilities and health centers and health facilities in the state, whether secondary or otherwise, includes state-of-the-art accommodation for the personnel.
We've had very clear call to actions from this. An example is the need for cash planning, the need to ensure that resources are prioritized, and to leverage digital and data for all of these, for budget performance tracking and implementation.
A major takeaway: policy shift goes beyond discussions to actions by stakeholders. The spirit exhibited by the Kaduna State government is that of shared accountability and inclusive decision-making for a better health sector in the state. I'm Haruna Mohammed, NTA News.
President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, has enjoined Christians and all Nigerians to use the occasion of the celebration of Easter to eschew political, religious and ethnic biases and unite for the progress and general well-being of the nation. Akpabio, in a statement, admonished those perpetrating mass killings across the country to respect the sacredness of human life, show love instead of hatred, and abandon their evil ways, and urged Nigerians to reach out to the victims. While congratulating the Christian faithful for successfully completing the 40-day Lenten fast and now celebrating another Easter, he appealed that Nigerians show love to one another, irrespective of differences, and to also emulate Jesus Christ's spirit of humility, love, and sacrifice. The Senate President also urged Christians not to relent in prayers after Easter, but to continue seeking God's intervention in the affairs of the nation. Meanwhile, Nigeria's First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, joins Christians across the country to celebrate Easter, extending her heartfelt wishes for a joyous and peaceful occasion. In her message marking the celebration, she describes Easter as a reminder of the enduring power of love and the selfless sacrifice of Jesus Christ and the hope his resurrection brings to all humanity. As Christians come together with their loved ones, friends and neighbors and community to mark this special time, the First Lady admonishes them to remember the less privileged and extend compassion and support wherever they can. She prays that the spirit of Easter inspires Nigerians to uplift the vulnerable, love one another, make sacrifices when necessary, and work together to build a peaceful and prosperous nation for all. And still on Easter messages, the Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Christian Pilgrim Commission, NCPC, Bishop Stephen Adebite, has felicitated with Christians on the successful completion of the Lenten season, which culminates in the celebration of Easter following the triumphant resurrection of Jesus Christ. He urges Christians to ensure they live in peace with all people. He also urges Nigerians to pray for the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and others who mean well for the nation. The Commissioner of Police, Lagos State Command, Olohundare Jimo, has ordered the immediate deployment of conventional police personnel, the elite strike forces and tactical units of Nigeria Police Force to all strategic locations across Lagos State, including black spots and flash points, to ensure hitch-free Easter celebrations this year and beyond. The police personnel will focus on all churches, venues of ceremonies, and other areas of recreation so as to guarantee safety and maximum protection of Christian faithful and other religious people who will be joining the Christian community in the celebration. A statement signed by Benjamin Hundeyin, Police Public Relations Officer for the Lagos State Commissioner of Police, says particular security attention will be placed on public spaces where large gatherings are anticipated. He further encouraged Lagosians to remain vigilant and report suspicious activities or individuals to the nearest police station for immediate response and actions. As a proactive measure to address the rising cases of kidnapping and other security concerns in Rogo local government area of Kano State, the State Police Command is leveraging on community-driven efforts to identifying workable solutions to the challenges. Elizabeth Ilya reports that a town hall meeting was held to boost people's confidence and assure the residents of security reinforcement to restore peace.
Rogo local government area continues to battle a wave of insecurity, with residents reporting frequent cases of kidnapping. This town hall meeting, which was attended by the village heads and members of the community, is part of efforts by Kano State Police Command to arrest this trend. At the gathering, residents voiced their fears and shared first-hand accounts of the threats they face daily.
Most of the problems that the other states are facing are trooping and coming into Kano State. These kidnappers that used to come and pick people in my residence, the Rewa, 3 times. These people took 3 people differently, and here in Rogo too, and some other parts of the local government.
We have a dedicated security agents like a DPO and the army, always trying to curtail any kind of irremarkable attitude here in Rogo local government.
The Commissioner of Police, Ibrahim Adamu Bakori, assured the community that their call for more police outposts will be considered. He also pledged to deploy additional personnel to secure the borders linking Rogo to neighboring states.
We have had them, and now we are going to employ more manpower and some logistics. We look at what they need more because they have vehicles that they are patrolling, but still the terrain need motorcycles to patrol all the corners and other villages that motor vehicle cannot be used.
The command also released the names of some suspected troublemakers and issues directive for them to report to the Rogo Police Area Command without delay. In Kano, Elizabeth Yilalamido, NTA News.
The Joint Admissions and Matriculations Board, JAMB, has announced Thursday, April 24, 2025, as the new commencement date for this year's Unified Tertiary Matriculations Examination, UTME. In a statement issued by JAMB's Public Communication Advisor, Dr. Fabian Benjamin, the board explains that the adjustment was necessary to accommodate essential commitments involving JAMB and its partner agencies. Candidates are advised to print their UTME notification slips ahead of the examination date to ensure proper preparation and avoid last-minute challenges. This is the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. We'll take a break here. There will be more reports when we return this day.
Baffy Furniture Easter Sales is on. Enjoy unbeatable furniture deals with up to 50% off on our luxurious Turkish sofas starting from just 2.8 million naira. Get a smart bed for only 7 million naira plus 25% off our luxury collections. That's not all. Enjoy free delivery and installation in Abuja, Lagos, Enugu, and Kano. Visit any of our showrooms or shop online to take advantage of these incredible offers.
News. This is NTA News 24.
Many thanks for staying on. The Federal Housing Authority has held deliberations aimed at tackling the evolving challenges in the housing sector. At a workshop with the theme, Adapting to Change, exploring challenges and breakthroughs in housing development over the past years, it brought together experts, policymakers, and stakeholders to chart a path forward. Deliberations also focused on the highs and lows of housing development in the past years, with rising construction costs, regulatory shifts, and growing demand for affordable homes.
After paying 100%, no. What's the purpose of me paying? We must have a benchmark. Pay 30%, take the keys of your house, move in, then you pay the rest over years. So far we've done our own credible source, we've done vetting on it, then we'll collect. And that's why houses have been abandoned.
Is fostering critical discussions to address these pressing issues. Now, we earlier told you that 5 persons have been rescued from the rubble of a 2-story building that collapsed at Ojodu Berger in Lagos. We'll now join our correspondent Lanre Bolei via Zoom, who earlier visited the scene to tell us what he observed. Lanre, if you can hear me, please tell us what is the situation at the moment there.
Well, it's a sad development all around at that place at Ojodu Berger. The street is called Orita Mary or Oremeta in Ojodu Berger. The 2-story building, we discovered that people are underneath operating a restaurant while there is still construction going on to fortify the building. The building has been abandoned for 15 years. And for them to do the right thing, number one, they did not evacuate the people from under the building. They just started, fortifying the building, building more structures on top of the building. And the officials, the government officials that I talked to did not mince words. They frowned at the development, and they alluded that that might be one of the reasons why the building collapsed. As at the time of leaving the place about a couple of minutes ago, 5 people have been evacuated from the rubble, and I witnessed 2 persons being evacuated from the rubble in critical conditions. The operation is still ongoing from the rubble. There's a lot of crowded security details, a lot of firefighters, and all kinds of things. In fact, they are on shift. When some people are away, some people come and take over the shift. And work is still ongoing to take some of the people out. They are still looking at the areas where people are, because when the building collapsed, the people underneath, like I said earlier, is a restaurant, and people are eating in the restaurant when the building collapsed. And it happened around 9 in the morning.
Lanre, can you tell us the level of rescue operations at the site?
Well, the level is top-notch. As far as what I've witnessed there is top-notch. There is what we call the first respondent. The first respondent contacted the available authorities, that is majorly the Lagos State Management Agency and the other firefighters and so on and so forth, and they rushed to the place. That is one of the reasons why they've been able to evacuate 5 persons immediately about an hour when the thing happened. But the rescue operation is still ongoing as we speak.
Okay, a very unfortunate incident there. Lanre, maybe we'll keep a tab on you to bring us up to speed on the latest developments in our subsequent bulletin.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you. Now, the Policy and Legal Advocacy Center has unveiled 3 innovative digital platforms: the Plaque Bills Track, the Plaque Legislature Agenda Tracker, and the Plaque Legislative Repository. The tools aimed at improving access to legislative information and fostering a more informed and participatory democracy. With the launch of these tools, Plaque is reinforcing its commitment to building a transparent and accountable legislative system.
We have this very much in our mind, that it enables both the National Assembly to see how it is responding to demands of citizens, but also to the promises that it has made in its legislative agenda. Because it's 4 years, but 4 years comes and goes really quickly. In a couple of days, May 29th for the executive, but also June 12th or 13th, it will be mid-term for the current government. And the legislature, of course, will be responding to the question, how well have you done in 2 years? And how much more time do you have to deliver on all of the promises that you have made?
Clark called for the utilization of the tools in promoting legislative openness and accountability. In a major step towards driving economic growth, the Kogi State government has secured a landmark partnership with Hunan Province, China, aimed at enhancing development across key sectors, including agriculture, mining, and industrialization. This collaboration, formalized during a high-level visit by Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo and his delegation to China, is set to position Kogi as a prime investment destination in Nigeria. Speaking to journalists in Lokoja, Kogi State's Commissioner for Information and Communications, Kingsley Fanwo, described the governor's trip as a masterstroke that will change the investment narrative of Kogi State. He emphasized that the partnership with Hunan will boost the state's agricultural and solid mineral sectors while attracting foreign investments and advancing collaboration towards the realization of the Ajokuta Industrial Park. Hunan Province, with its capital city in Changsha, is one of China's largest provinces, boasting a GDP in excess of 1 trillion, known for its strengths in agriculture, solid minerals, and industrial development. Hunan is the 4th largest steel producer and the highest rice-producing province in China. In line with these qualities, the Kogi State government deliberately sought a partnership with Hunan Province under the China-Africa Economic and Trade Partnership and a sister city collaboration agreement. The partnership aims to unlock Kogi's vast agricultural and mineral potential while fostering industrial growth and infrastructure development. The commissioner says the agreements signed by Governor Ododo and the governor of Hunan Province focus on the development of an industrial park in Ajokuta, Kogi State. This industrial park is expected to serve as a special economic zone, creating opportunities for both local and international investors. This is the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. Let's take another look at our major stories. Emergency workers rescue 5 persons from rubble at the scene of building collapse in Lagos. Presidency refutes reports alleging that Vice President Kashim Shettima was denied access to presidential villa. And JAMB announces Thursday, April 24th as commencement date for the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculations Examination. Welcome back. Health is wealth, the saying goes. And the Naval Officers' Wives Association, NOAA, has taken a significant step in emphasizing this mantra through their recent 4-kilometer walk at the Naval Unit at Sokoru. Defense correspondent Najatu Tijani reports.
Step by step, members of NOAA and sister associations strive towards wellness. As they walk, they foster camaraderie and support one another. Over 5,000 steps and 4 kilometers later, the military wives count the benefits of walking, which experts say range from improved cardiovascular health to enhanced mental clarity. Noah says it hopes that other women will emulate the military wives.
But this work isn't just about physical fitness. It's about the holistic well-being. Let's work together, not just for ourselves, but for the message we send, that health is a priority.
I'll talk about exercise and also talk about wellness. We all know that exercise is vital for our daily living. It helps, reduces so many diseases.
Small actions like taking a walk can have a profound impact on our lives and the lives of those around us.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and for Noah, every step towards health counts. Naja'atu Tijani, NTA News.
And that concludes the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. Many thanks for watching. I am Chinenye Nwuyi.